16.7 keeps you locked in time with the program. When I get wild, I'll pile on dope jams, then spit on your flag and government. Cause help the black was a concept never meant. Please, food stamps and free cheese can't be the cure for a sick disease.
Welcome back, Built from Skratch on Mix. I'm still here in the building, Paris, Bay Area zone.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's go back.
Okay.
Golden era hip hop.
Right.
So tell me some of the people growing, like, you know, when you were coming up that were out there, some of the acts, you know, that was part of that golden era.
Man, you know, Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim, Cool J, Beastie Boys, you know, that was kind of my era. That's not knocking what's going on now. Hip hop right now is being kept artificially young and artificially dumb. That's why Gorilla Funk exists, to counteract that.
Okay.
Right, and I had my last album, Sonic Jihad, I was looking for a distributor for. Now, keep in mind, I've sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 million records independently, and I couldn't find anybody to do it. And I ended up getting with a distributor overseas and making it available as an import. And then it did really well and paved the way for me to start Gorilla Funk fully and expand and begin to put out other acts.
Reminisce back when I was only a child, back in the days of living carefree lifestyles, while long as we wasn't caught. Being bad was cool and we was never at a loss for something to get into.
Now, who's on Gorilla Funk right now?
I got me, Cam, T-Cash, Public Enemy, George Clinton. Coming from the standpoint of taking an artist and trying to break, you know, because it's almost impossible to break new material, new artists in this environment, and there's very little space for artist development. That's completely different than it used to be. Very few people are willing to sit through an album. I have to keep all that in mind and be sure that all the music is comparable to what's out now and can hang with that, but 180 degrees from the message, you know. I hear a lot of people who are 40 plus years old who do records that, you know, trying to fit in this teenage box. Hip hop doesn't allow a lot of people to grow. And so that's why you have artists that used to have huge support bases that just go away because the artist is not allowed to grow and mature with the support base, right? So then, you know, you hear a lot of people who are 30 plus who's like, man, hip hop ain't saying nothing to me. And it's a shame because that doesn't exist in other genres.
Yeah,
you know, it's like you got like rock cats like the Rolling Stones and folks like that keep going.
Who does Paris listen to? What do you listen to, like, for
everything.
inspiration? Do you?
Well, I grew up on old school, man, so, you know, very little hip hop. You know, like my top artists are probably, you know, Curtis Mayfield, Earth, Wind & Fire, P-Funk, absolutely #1. So, you know, when I did this record with George Clinton, that's like full circle, man, you know, and came in and met him.
Do you think the cats out there, the younger cats especially, do you think they're not going back to that good music?
And that just comes from not being exposed to it. You can't miss what you never knew. And I think that when a lot of younger cats get put on to, like those artists I mentioned, P-Funk and Rick James and all that, you know, then they start to realize, hey man, there's more to it. The scope of music is deeper than just the playlist on Clear Channel.
All right, so one more time, tell the people out there the name of the album.
The name of the album is Acid Reflex. It's coming out on October 28th worldwide.
Do you have like a MySpace where people can find you, or
you can go to
gorillafunk.com,
and all the MySpace links are on that.
All right, I want to thank you, Paris.
Right on.
Thank you. Give me some time.
Hey, it's all good.
And
man.
right
I
now,
appreciate it.
we're going to go with my man, Professor Griff, P.E., the S1Ws. Don't touch nothing. Built from Skratch. That's how we do.